Vibes here, doing a quick video on Brothers, which I have to say, a lot of people are bad mouthing the hell out of this card. Like, this isn't the card we need, this card sucks, why can't it attack, and all. Just, it's like, we don't, it's so counterproductive to the deck itself, it's just a terrible idea. What was Konami thinking? Well, my only words are, it's a terrible card. You're completely right. Here, let me take your playset off your hands for you and dispose of this for you. It's my bitch. I love this card. I cannot begin to tell you how much I love this card. The swarming capability is absurd. The whole Gusto Emerald effect of returning 3 cards from the graveyard to the deck, and that's not bad. Anyone who says, I don't want to return my Noble Arms to the deck, fuck you, Boars. It's like, brother sucks. I don't want to return shit from my grave. You're an idiot. Boars. It's like your ultimate, your literally your ultimate goal. Turn 1 is set up either Sacred King, Normal King, or just throw Boars on the field. It's like, hell. At this point, you want to summon Boars. Uses sorry. Best play, I summon Boars. Equipped, send free to the graveyard. Hopefully get Destiny to hand, equip Destiny to him, get Guinevere, equip Guinevere, who's a slut, to him, and just sit on him for a turn. Next turn, use effect to add more equipped spells to the graveyard. I actually think the magic number is 9. You know, it's like 1 Guinevere, 3 Excaliburns, 1 Excalibur, or 1 Caliburn, 1 Gallatin, 1 Arthur, and 2 Destinies. I feel that's the magic number, because, you know, if you automatically get Boars on the field and have a quit spell card, you're going to want you want a Destiny to hand. So target 2 Destinies and a Guinevere, and you have 2 out of 3. You know, it's 2/3 chance that you're going to get to your Destiny to your hand. So you equipped it, then equip Guinevere, and you have Artorgus. I mean, you have Boars on the field, who is basically a untargetable, unkillable, once per turn catastrophe. Very good. And then you just load the rest of your equipped spells in the graveyard, which is great because Brothers just steps up and goes, yeah, the swarm field. This screws shit up. We can't attack unless you have exactly 3 on the field, but yeah, that really sucks. It's like, they wanted to give it a restriction. I understand that. And this was like, okay, it's a restriction, but screw it. It's like, it sure just, you can work around that restriction. It's annoying, but you can work around it. I feel like Rumpelstiltskin. It's like just the way my hair is. Okay, anywho, back to the point. The swarming part of him, brilliant, amazing, it's wonderful. It does, you know, you cannot spell summon any. It's like the. I'm sorry, this video is dragging on. Okay, basically, he can't attack. It sucks, but we can deal with it. It's not a problem. The second effect of when he's normal summon, you can special summon up to 2 other Noble Knights. So this is completely optional, which, honestly and truly, there's nothing greater than to be like, I'll summon Brothers, special summon double Drystons, equipped Arthur 1, pop a face-up card on the field, use Arthur, pop a face down, and then MST Arthur, it pops, equipped to the other Dryston, who effect doesn't pop a face up because Dryston's effect pop is a once per turn. You only use the effect of Dryston once per turn. Arthur equips to him, use Arthur, pop another face down. He's now 13 attack. Both Trisons are now at 13 attack, and their effects is your opponent cannot target monsters with less than 1800 attack for attacks or targets. So they literally protect each other and brothers. Your opponent can no longer target any monster you have for effect or attack that has less than 1800 attack, including non-noble knights, by the way. It is complete protection. Your opponent cannot get past it unless they tiramisu or just mass destruction. But it's great. It's beautiful. I love it. You know, it was like, officially, that combo can be pulled off a lot more efficiently now. Very happy about that. The other cool thing is he can special summon level 5 Noble Knights, like Lancelin. You know, Black Lancelin can be played and easily summoned, which is great, because you can literally be like summon brothers, special summon Boars, and Black Lancelin, tribute Black Lancelin or Boars, or you can even tribute brothers to search for another noble arms. Actually, let me double check. I can't, like, I say you can, yes, you can tribute another noble knight to special summon. I thought maybe or not had to be the normal knight or Torghast, but never mind. It's like you can tribute. It's like I remember now. You can tribute brothers for Black Lancelin's effect to add a noble arms from your deck to your hand. Then you can use Boar's effect. You know, equip it to Boars. Use his effect to search another 3 noble arms, and then you have one hand, 2 in the graveyard, and you have 2 level 5 Noble Knights on the field that you can then overlay. Pretty freaking good. It's like you automatically just dealt with a lot of problems there. Hell, you can leave Black Lancelin on the field and just keep using his effect to pop other Noble Knights to search straight to your hand, which on that point, that's actually a cool thing. Even at that point, you can summon brothers to recycle the Noble Knights that you've been tributing off back into the deck. And that's that's an even cooler part. Brothers' other effect, third and final effect. Oh yeah, you cannot, it's like, I may have mentioned this, I can't remember. You cannot special summon monsters other than Noble Knights for the rest of this turn. So, by the way, you can special summon anything you want before you use his effect to special summon, because it's for the rest of the turn. I summon Blackluster Soldier. I can summon Chaos Sorcerer. I can summon Cyber Dragon. I can summon anything before I use his effect to special summon. Fucking awesome. It's like, that is so much leeway. The third and final effect, which is just beautiful, is the fact is once per turn, you can select select 3 Noble Knights and or Noble Arms from your graveyard and shuffle them into the deck, then draw 1. I know that sounds counterproductive and bad, but follow me. A, you'll never deck out. Boars is 24 defense. You have him, or Brothers is 24 defense. If you have him on the field with Destiny, he ain't leaving. He's there for the long haul. You know, he's there to stay. And he can just keep recycling all your Noble Knights back into the deck. And it's once per turn. Now, you can only use the effect of Brothers once per turn, but once per turn. That means you can summon 1 brother, normal summon brothers, and special summon another 2 from your hand to the field. You have 3 on the field. You can activate each of their effects to return cards from the graveyard back to the deck. That can be the Synchro, the Exceeds, spells, or the regular monsters. So you can recycle Ignoble Black Lancelin. You can recycle the Exceeds and, you know, the Exceeds, or just the monsters. You can recycle Sacred King and put Madrot and Boars back in the deck and draw a card. Which is another thing. When you return them, it's like, I go through in a lengthy, hard duel I'll go through all 3 of my kings of either one, mostly the rank 5s. I can recycle all 3 of them and draw 1 card from deck. It's like I have more exceed material and I just plus the free card. I just refill my resources. He's a resource filler. He's beautifully made. I can't begin to explain how good he is. Granted, well, he ain't broken. He's a supply lane. He refills your supplies. As you're going, once you have a good thing, you can do the grind game and be well. Noble Knights still have the problem of if you're being dominated, you can't make a comeback. You have to be either midfield or slightly, I can make plays. As long as you can make plays and you hold your resources and you build up your field, you can win the game. And Brothers allows you to have the long game haul where, okay, I'm not running out of resources. Where other decks, like Artifacts, can just spew garbage over and over and over, and they just never run out. Or Dragon Rule, or E-Dragons back in the day, Dragon Rules, they had infinite resource, practically, and they were just, no matter how much you threw at them, they just kept coming, and you run out of resource. Noble Knights, Brothers, you're not running out of resource. You may run out of non-Noble Knight related cards, but you're not running out of Noble Knights. It's like you can just keep throwing the exceeds out there. Synchro is a little other thing because Lady of Lake consistency-wise sucks. I don't like her, as you probably know from my other videos. Sorry. She's blonde, blue eyes, fucking Aryan race. Hitler's idea of a great people. That was just one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Brothers is a great card. I keep repeating. Just the ability to recycle, and people who complain of 5s. I don't want my crypt spells in the deck. I've already went for the trouble to put them in the graveyard. Yes. Boars. It's like one of the best plays. Set boards, as I already said. I'm sorry. This is the 3rd time I've done this video. I'm trying to get it right. If you have boars on the field, you summon Brothers. Brothers effect. Return 3 Noble Arms to the deck. I have multiple times returned Guinevere, a Gallatin, and Excalibur to the deck. Drew a card, then Boars' effect to throw them bitches back. Right back to the graveyard. Which at that point, I just want... Okay, let's say I have... At that point, I just... Sorry. Brothers, Boars on the field. Brothers effect, return 3 of the deck, shuffle, draw 1. I have a card in hand. Boars effect, select the same 3 equipped spell cards. Reveal them to my opponent. 1 gets added to my hand, the other 2 go to the graveyard. I just add 2 cards in my hand. Yes, one of them is guaranteed a Noble Arms. But there's nothing bad about having a Noble's Arms in your hand, because that's instant playability right there. And for those of you who run like Phoenix Wind Blast or Raigeki Blake, that's a free ditch to pop a card on the field. It's like there's people out there who run Phoenix Wind Blast and Raigeki Blake for Lady of Lake to ditch her or Artorgus's, which, by the way, Brothers makes Artorgus's no longer dead in hand. Hell, you could technically play Parable. I don't recommend it. I don't want to run him. I thought about it. I'm going to play test it and get back to you, but you can. He really just grind games. Noble Knights can be played in so many variety of ways now, and I really like it, and I really appreciate it. I love it, and I look forward to more. If anyone tells you that Brothers sucks, just nod your head and go, cool. It's like, I totally see where you're coming from. Don't argue with them. Don't tell them anything. You know, if you're the people who are watching my video are truly Noble Knight players. If you're at this point, you are truly a dedicated Noble Knight player. Don't argue with them. Let them think that. Go with them. Express the, yeah, it's a terrible card. Yeah. So that way when it comes out, you can snatch it for $10. I estimate it's going to be a $20 to $30 card when it comes out. And then about a month, maybe two, it's going to drop down just like Lady of the Lake, High Lancelin, Guinevere, Sacred King. It's going to drop down to about $10. And when it gets to that point, I'm going to grab a playset. And this is a card you play at 2 to 3. No questions about it. 2 to 3. You don't play at 1. You're not going to see it enough. It's not going to be useful enough. Because you can use the third effect multiple times a turn. And the special summoning thing, you can summon 2 brothers and overlay into Exceed, into Kings. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm very happy about it. Supposedly, the next 3 cards, little spoiler thing, supposedly the next 3 cards that we're getting in the set is, one will be a Light Noble Knight, rank or level 4 or 5, not sure which. And the effect is supposedly you can banish 2 Noble Knights from the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand or graveyard to the field. And when this Noble Knight is used as a Exceed or Synchro material for the summoning of a Noble Knight monster, the summoning cannot be negated, and your opponent cannot activate effects in response to the Noble Knight's summoning. It's pretty good. If it's level 5, makes sense. And if you notice, it says this card can be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing 2, which is pretty good, because that means you can brothers him to the field, so you can run a variant with Black Lancelin and that in the deck, and it'd be pretty cool. Supposedly we're getting another spell card that has some kind of effect where you return 7 Noble Knights and/or Noble Arms. Completely unaware of that, but it's supposed to be something where you return 7 Noble Knights from the graveyard to the deck, and you draw like a card. No idea where it's going with. It's probably a gimmick, if it is a real card. But then again, it could be related to the Noble, like one of the Noble Knight stories. I can't remember which, but there's a particular one. And the last one is a trap card that has to do with increasing attack, which is kind of cool, kind of not. It's probably just a gimmick. I hope it's super rare at least, because I don't want common Noble Knights. In the words of a Yugi tuber, Noble Knights are secret rare and up because we like shit foiled. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think, and if you made it this far into the video, I congratulate you. You are truly a Noble Knight fan, and may you have a wonderful day. Bye.